interiors. Here we go again. This is our second topic.
Can you believe it?
I'm Kirsty from GB Interior Design.
I'm Bree from Upholstery by Bree.
And I'm Tanya from number 81.
And today we are talking about storage. It's a topic that's always raised. I would say 98% of my client visits that I do, the problems that they encounter within their residential premises is storage. You've got a busy family. If you like clothes, like lots of shoes. Storage
Shoes.
Definitely shoes.
is definitely a problem. So today we are all talking about storage.
Yay.
Yeah, I think the only thing I can really bring to the table, saying that I only do furniture, is the storage ottoman. You can use your ottoman in your dining room. Let's pick this dog up and introduce her.
Daisy,
we have a loose dog.
Come here. Come here.
Come,
She
girl.
wants to be involved.
She wants to be on camera.
Has anybody got storage for a sausage dog?
So
Where can we store this one?
this is the beautiful little Daisy.
Hello, Daisy.
Hello.
So yes, as I said, the ottoman that has a loose top where you can put your blankets in the winter for your living room, and then if you make the top quite nice and solid or hard, you can still put a coffee on it and use it as a coffee table. That's one example of
please.
where furniture can be used as storage.
Yeah, I've got to say, when I was decorating my lounge, it was like, I don't really want a coffee table in the middle. But it's a really good option to do a footstool with a little bit of storage inside for like your remote controls, your magazines, blankets. Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen on social media those timber things that they built behind the sofa, and then they put the plugs in there and you put storage in there. You can put books on the side with a door.
Yes.
Those are very clever.
Almost like a little console kind of thing.
It's
that
the modern
hides-
version for modern homes, isn't it? You used to put the console table behind the sofa, didn't you, in the middle of a sitting room, say, with lamps either end.
Yes.
And your sockets in the floor, didn't you? Then?
Yeah.
Whereas now a lot of sitting rooms just aren't that size. So you can have an equivalent to a console table with your sockets inbuilt that sit snugly between the wall and the back of your sofa.
It's quite a clever way of doing it
It
if
is.
you're limited on space.
Yeah.
Because I guess a lot of houses are kind of newer build and
Yeah.
getting smaller and smaller, aren't they?
Yeah. And people want their phones on charge,
Yeah.
don't they? There's all these
Yeah.
gadgets nowadays that we
doom
like to
scrolling
use.
while you're watching TV.
Yeah.
Well, even sofas come in with sort of sockets and USB ports for
I
your
know.
phone
I've
and
seen
stuff
those,
now.
yeah. Or
Yeah.
fridge.
Yes. Fridges with computers and diaries and calendars, and I've done a few of those in my time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's quite a clever way of kind of putting your family images on,
Yeah.
photographs, calendar for everybody in the front of the fridge.
Back to storage.
Yeah, sorry, I
Back to
get
storage.
distracted.
So as I said at the start of this, the main problem that most people have in their homes is family storage nowadays. If you store things correctly, your property is easier to keep clean and tidy. So we like to have a place for most things. We're not saying too clinical, it still needs to feel comfortable and welcoming. But we don't want to have everything everywhere. If you've got young children, you need a place to put their toys. Tanya will go through some options of that for you just in a moment. All as I can speak of is a storage solution that I had to find very quickly for myself at the start of this year. I sort of have some overspill bedrooms for some clothing that I might have or might not have, and some
She's got a lot of clothes.
shoes.
Still,
And
you're
I
gonna
had
get
to
down.
find some emergency storage. I thought, okay, what am I going to do? All of our bedrooms now are in use. I know we need to do some work up in the loft. So we had some storage space, as in wardrobe hanging space, created in the loft. So if you go into my loft, it doesn't look like a loft, it looks like a dressing room, but everything's stored neatly, and you've got
Quite
special
clever.
special bags, etc. So stuff that you don't need every day, like evening wear, dresses for midsummer or when you're away on holiday.
Like big winter coats, things like
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
It's all stored away quite nicely now. And now
That's
I had
a
a free
really
bedroom.
good idea.
Yeah.
Because it's a room that most people don't use unless you've got a loft conversion.
Yeah, absolutely.
Most people don't really use their loft.
No.
They
And
chuck
if you're
their
like me,
suitcases up
I
there.
don't like to part with my clothing
Yeah.
because every item of clothing is generally bought for an occasion, and I'm really sad I remember what it's been bought for.
Yeah.
Can
Don't
you
remember-
remember everything?
No, as in everything else, but clothing and shoes, I know exactly what it's been bought for.
Yeah, I bought that bag in 1993
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I wore it to this event.
Yeah,
But ask me what I did yesterday, not a clue.
no, absolutely.
So I guess in my role, I get, obviously it's all about storage, so it's about designing the space to suit the family or individual needs of what they need to store there.
Can I just say, excuse me, is none of us making that noise? It's Daisy wanting to play ball, but please excuse her.
So yeah, so it's kind of ticking the boxes for what people need, really.
That's the way how you live your life. If you are a person that doesn't want to pick your shoes up to put it in a cupboard when you come in, have a space where you can just put it on a rack. I don't like open storage. I like a door because it looks messy to me when the storage are open and it's not exactly clean, or not clean is not the word, but organised.
You just see clutter, don't you,
yes,
sometimes?
so I don't like the clutter, so I like a door where I can hide my things behind and I don't have to be so perfectly organised.
Well, they do say tidy house, tidy mind,
I know,
don't
Yeah.
they? And I think that is a real thing.
I think so.
I'm not a tidy person. I like things to be neat, but I'm not very tidy. And it just makes you feel so much brighter and
Yeah.
fresher, doesn't it?
Organised.
Having a clean kind of organised
Decluttering
house.
helps with that.
Yeah.
Oh,
If
yeah.
you've got less things, you have less things to store,
Yeah,
and your
yeah.
house won't look so cluttered.
Do you do clutter often?
I have to be in the right frame of mind to
Yeah,
declutter.
yeah.
But I think if you came into my home, I don't have a lot of clutter anyway, because everything has to have its place. It has to go away.
Would you say you're minimal? Or
No,
No.
no, wouldn't say I'm minimal, but
Just,
everything has its
it
place.
is- yeah, but that's just organised, isn't it?
Yeah.
I like a declutter. I love a good declutter. I had a professional declutterer, and
Did you?
yeah,
Wow.
I went to a networking thing, and she needed some guinea pigs to practice on. So I
Right,
was like,
okay.
yeah, I will.
Oh wow!
So it was really interesting. It was all about the theory behind it and the kind of the mental thing about why you keep things, and it was really interesting. And she kind of set out some boxes, and like, you know, you got your charity shop box, you got your throwaway.
Yeah.
A transit box was a good thing that I learned. So when you're having a bit of a tidy, you can go on a bit of a tangent, can you?
Yeah,
Go
you
down
can.
a bit of a rabbit hole. So you find something that lives in another room, and then you start looking at it, or you go off and put that way, and then you find something else, and
Yeah.
get totally distracted. So the transit box, you just kind of put your stuff in there that needed to be in another room, and every kind of couple of hours or an hour, you just go away and put your transit stuff away. So that was
Okay.
really
Yeah.
quite useful.
Oh, a clever idea.
And just the way that you sort things as well. She kind of said sort in a zigzag pattern. So don't just go for the easiest thing in the middle of the room or whatever.
Yeah.
Kind of start somewhere and create a pattern to go across the room or across the
Okay.
table, so that you kind of have to do it in an order, and you can't just pick up the easy things or the hard things that, you know, take up all your time.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So and then obviously is creating the spaces where you can put all these things that you do need to keep, that
Yes.
don't need to go to the charity
Yeah.
shop
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
somewhere else. So
So
yeah.
what would you say is the best places that you've used with a client?
Well, it depends on which room, because obviously kitchen, bedroom, kind of, you know,
Living room.
yeah. So living room would be, you might design like a media space, like a media storage unit. So clients would have like books, videos is a bit old school now, and not
Yeah,
showing
yeah.
my age. DVDs, if anybody
People
has
still
them
have
anymore.
photo albums and things like that that you want to
Yeah.
hand in somewhere like your sitting room, but you don't want to be looking at the ugly
Yeah,
albums
Yeah.
anymore, but you can put them away in a cupboard.
yeah, and obviously any equipment, you know.
Cable organisers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just those kind of things, and you know, like your Sonos and stuff like
Yeah.
that is creating a space for it to live,
Yeah.
and those kind of things. Probably one I get asked quite a lot of is people live open plan now, so
Yeah.
everybody's having open plan kind of kitchen, living areas. And I get asked a lot for kids' toys, where to put the
Of
kids'
course,
toys.
yeah.
So when you've got, you know, the kitchen space, we often create little cupboards like under a breakfast bar or something,
Yeah.
so the kids are happy to kind of climb under and put their toys away.
Yeah.
And we can customise cupboards. So
Yeah.
often I've done, you know, when you've got a base cupboard underneath, you put lots of little shelves in, so
Yes.
they're shallow height for putting all kind of puzzles and games
Yeah.
and things like that. So created a games cupboard, or you can customise the shelving to suit
Yes.
baskets. Hello, Daisy.
Sorry.
So,
I've
yeah,
got to
or
play
dog
ball.
toys even.
Yeah,
Somebody's
I've got
put the
to put
dog
ball.
toys on the dog.
But I think with kitchens nowadays, the storage you have in the kitchen is phenomenal, isn't it?
Oh,
Compared
absolutely.
to, you just used to have the
yeah.
over cupboards, didn't you? The base cupboards.
Yeah.
But now the drawers are different. You've got your bins
Yeah.
away.
No, everything's got a kind of storage solution. I mean,
Yeah.
in the old days, you got the naff corner carousels that were
Yeah.
plastic and rickety,
Yeah.
and that was it. Whereas now, everything's got an option. So you've got drawers, you've got drawer dividers, you've got different compartments, you've got magnetic compartments that can stick to the side of the drawer and
Yeah.
separate your storage out. You've got pull-outs, so you've got, you know, tall ones, short ones, base ones,
Yes.
thin ones. I guess the big trend really from that's been around for a few years and is quite practical is having things that pull out, so
Yes.
so it comes to you and you can see what's in
Yeah.
there.
You can see everything.
Oh,
isn't
a drawer
there?
is lovely.
Rather than to dig
Yeah.
through a cupboard.
So I guess you know, putting things in drawers, it allows you to see
Yeah.
it. When you pull your drawer out, you can see where everything is. Whereas in a cupboard,
Yeah.
you've got to kind of get down on your knees, climb in there, see what's at the back. And
I like that for a vanity unit in a bathroom as well, don't you?
Yes,
You can just
yes.
pull it open
Yeah.
and you see everything that you've got there.
Yeah,
I think it's the whole thing is to design very intentional. Look at every aspect that you need to have a space for. For example, for your animals, while we are talking about Daisy, a specific corner where she eats, and for cats to have it higher because they love to eat at height, and keep it away from the dog.
do you have cats, Brie?
I do not have a cat at the moment, but I love cats.
Oh. I did a kitchen back last year in Bath actually, and we measured the cat.
Oh!
So my
keep the
customer
tail
had
in.
a really compact kitchen. She was downsizing,
Yeah.
bought a beautiful flat in Bath, and the kitchen was U-shaped, so there was no spare walls for kind of
Yeah.
pet bowls and things like that. So my concern was if somebody was walking into that space, you know, sometimes you walk in and you've just woken up or the light's not
Yeah.
on, you'd end up kicking the pet bowls
Oh
over.
yeah,
Yeah.
happens all
So,
the time at my house.
Yeah, I made a little suggestion of like stopping the unit short, almost like a floating drawer with space underneath to put the feeder bowls
Yeah.
for the cat. So measured the cat, checked the height of the towel to make sure it was a comfortable height.
Yeah.
And the cats love it. They're happy to go under there. They've got a little safe space to eat and drink,
Yeah.
and nobody trips over the pet bowls. So that was
Amazing.
A win. Yeah.
I bet she loved it, didn't she?
She
Leila?
did, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So there's lots of clever solutions. Another big trend in the kitchen side of things, or utility rooms, are pet balls built in. So lots of people are like creating little openings where they have
Yes.
a water supply and a little tap, and you've got pet bowls that are inset into like the bottom of the cabinet, and the back's tiled, and it all looks lovely, and you know your pets have got a permanent little spot.
Tell me how that works. I've been asked this before from clients, and they're worried about the surface of the unit getting ruined from, you know how messy our animals can be when they're eating.
Yes,
They don't
yeah.
just keep it in the bowl, do they? They like to spread it around.
So you wouldn't just want to do that on a cabinet.
Yes.
You'd want to put like a protective surface
Yes.
on. So you could clad it in tiles. You could
Yeah.
do it in glass. You could
Okay.
put a piece of worktop in
Yes.
there, like a quartz or a granite
Yeah.
or something like that.
Nice.
You just want something water safe.
Yes.
A really good product if you don't want to go down the lines of quartz or granite would be like a compact laminate,
Yes.
which is a really thin material, is solid laminate with a decorative
Yeah.
face on, and it's waterproof.
Yeah. And
So
give
something
it a
like
good
that
scrub.
is
Yeah.
it's brilliant. It's easy for cleaning and
Yeah.
very durable.
Okay.
Okay. So I think that wraps up our series for today, all about storage.
Yes.
And a touch on decluttering.
Yes. Maybe there's more to come in the future.
There probably will be.
Now send in your questions.
Yes. should we give them a little teaser of what we've got
Yeah.
to come soon?
I think next week we're talking about pets and the fabric and the choices that we would use
Yes.
when you reupholster furniture for your animals.
Yeah, it's I guess the textures and finishes of a product, if you've got claws or
Absolutely.
animals.
Something that can be cleaned.
Yeah,
We can talk about that next week. That'd be
Definitely.
great.
And hopefully we'll have some little guests to join us soon.
We might.
Yes.
Okay.
So,
I'm
They don't know
intrigued.
yet, but
yeah, no, we haven't told them yet, but I think you'll enjoy them. And I'm
Oh,
sure
you haven't
they'll
told
come.
me yet.
I'll tell you later.
Yeah, but thank you for watching today. Don't forget to like,
Follow and
follow
share.
Yeah.
and share. And send us in some comments or some topics
Yeah.
that you'd like us to discuss.
Any questions? We'll try and answer them if we can.
So
Thank
it's
you.
a goodbye from me.
And me.
And me. See you next time.
I think that comes in 2 Ronnies, doesn't it?
Oh no, it doesn't. That's cheesy.